Tony.
Tony Kelly, please. Well, I almost feel like I don't need to say much because I've actually had this exact argument with almost everybody in this room. Especially gentlemen to my left here. I don't think it's an exaggeration to say I've probably come up with this about 200 times in the past year. It's probably the second biggest question about the election that I get asked these days. So just on some real world experience from the campaign last year. Look, last year in District 10, last year in the open mayor's race, you know, or this year in our mayor's race, was not the first disappointing election that's happened. It won't be the last. So I think that's actually, you know, going to happen regardless of systems, especially when you have crowded races with a lot of candidates. But keep in mind that the proposal currently considering at the board, which might be a decision on your ballot next June, right now is repealing ranked choice and going to a top 2 runoff in December. So there are certainly better options than a top 2 runoff in December, and I think Clay has said on some things, and I would certainly love to talk about approval voting or score voting or something different. But what's going on in the discussion right now is a top 2 runoff in December. We have to remember what that system is like and whether you would prefer that or a specific improvement, because that's what would be on the ballot. Personally, I just know from electoral experience, there are folks who want to increase the influence of money in elections and decrease the number of votes given. There are folks who think that not enough money is spent to influence elections. Okay? Those folks will be very happy to get rid of ranked choice voting. I, as a grassroots candidate, as someone who's a first-time candidate, I don't want to give the unlimited money side 2 chances at the same election. I want to have one election where there's the most voters, the highest turnout, and any system having two elections run off, I think run into some difficulties, and I'm happy to talk about those, you know, later on in this discussion. I think those are the impulses behind ranked choice voting, and I think they're still true. To try to go for one election, my notes, and when you have the largest turnout possible. If we had had that in 1999, we may have well had Mayor Amiana instead of Mayor Willie Brown, and a lot of things would be very different and much better in the city. That was what was motivating it then. I think those factors still do now.
Okay.